Hey, happy Friday to you. It is August 10th already, and these are the Friday Funnies. Well, the Olympics are almost over. In fact, they could already be over, and we just haven't seen the broadcast yet. But congratulations to all of the participants. And remember, whether you won a medal or not, you're an athlete, and not a country singer like Randy Travis. I'm not a big fan of country music, but I think that after Randy's latest embarrassment this week, he should consider using "I crashed my car while driving naked" as his next song title. Perhaps he could get Lindsay Lohan and Charlie Sheen to sing backup. And speaking of backup, Mitt Romney may announce his choice of a running mate as early as today, and I gotta tell you, I hope he picks Paris Hilton. I mean, it won't be any good for the country, but it would be great for comedy. And speaking of comedy, here's my take on this week's wide world of weird news. Here's a hypothetical for you. Let's say that you are in Columbus, Tennessee, and you're drunk, and you're out of beer. So, who are you going to call? Well, since this situation seemed like an emergency to him, Alan Brooks called 911. In fact, he called them 9 times. Now, Alan wasn't suffering from any medical predicament, but he simply asked the emergency dispatcher for a ride to the liquor store so he could get more beer. Personally, I say good for him for not trying to drive in his condition. But apparently the Columbia police were not quite as accommodating. They gave him a ride to a place that has bars, but he won't be drinking at them. He'll be looking through them. In Jerusalem, it is against religious rules for ultra-orthodox Jewish men to look at women who are immodestly dressed. They have separate buses, separate sidewalks, separate public places for the men just so they won't bump into any bimbos. But apparently that's not quite enough to eliminate all of the temptation. Since hoochies are everywhere nowadays, these religious extremists have come up with a new approach to save themselves from sin. They're marketing eyeglasses which intentionally blur men's vision so they won't accidentally catch a glimpse of any cleavage. So far, the plan seems to be working because the men can no longer see the ladies. But they're also getting quite bruised up from walking into walls, cars, and buses. Joshua Carter is a 25-year-old resident of Shreveport, Louisiana, who needed a car. Now, after considering his options, he decided to carjack one while it was stopped at a red light. So he ran up to the car, pulled on the car door, demanded that the occupants open up. And then he got a good look at the occupants. Inside the unmarked car that he tried to jack, there was a state police officer and 2 members of the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force. Joshua tried to run, but the officers grabbed him and arrested him for attempted carjacking. Had he instead tried to carjack the car with a naked, drunk Randy Travis inside, it probably would have scared them both straight. Congratulations, Joshua, you are our dumbass of the week. Hey, that's it for this week, kids. Please pass these funnies along to your friends and leave me a comment. I love to get mail. I'll see you next week.